Blade, issue number 3 from Marvel Comics. So I did a review for issue number 1. I didn't do a review for issue number 2, but I did read it. So I guess I'll just do a super quick recap. Blade accidentally unleashed this evil goddess named Adana, who's going to destroy the world. He ends up getting captured at the end of issue number 1. And this girl named Rotha, who belongs to these like mountain people, it's like this mountain cult, ends up freeing him. That's issue number 1. Issue number 2, Blade meets with an old flame named Tulip. She's a clairvoyant, and he wants to gather information on what kind of weapon can he use to kill Adana. And so he needs some kind of supernatural weapon, so he goes to her because she has the abilities to locate supernatural weapons. So in that issue, they end up sleeping together. Their apartment, or her apartment, gets attacked. She gets kidnapped by this dude who's like an immortal. And in this issue, we start off with Blade being taken under control by this immortal. So the cliffhanger in the last issue was that the immortal like wrapped its tentacles around Blade and was brainwashing him. And that's how this issue starts. Well, actually, technically it starts with Adana meeting with Doctor Strange's people out in the fields, and Adana kills all of them before saying that the world of mankind is going to be destroyed. So, yeah, Doctor Strange is going to be involved because I don't know what it is, but Marvel seems to be putting Doctor Strange in a lot of crossover comics, or at least the ones I tend to be reading. Doctor Strange seems to guest appear in. But yeah, in Japan, Lord Dido, the Immortal, is wrapping its tentacle around Blade, and I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Thankfully for Blade, he's able to break free of the control that Dido has on him because he uses his rage. As long as if he gets too angry, he can't be mind controlled. And he brutalizes Dido. He just straight up murders him. And so a lot of this is talking. I will say that the first 2 issues were like really fast paced. Like you just had things happening really, really quick. And I liked it. You know, I like stories that don't drag for too long. This one, we kind of got rid of all that. This one's like a complete 180. This one's just a lot of talking. I guess it's a lot of exposition. It's a lot of setting up. Yeah, a lot of talking. So, Blade, his new sidekick Rotha, and his old flame Tulip are at a restaurant. And Blade is basically like, hey, I just saved you from this Lord Dido dude. You owe me information, so cough it up. What kind of weapon can I use to kill this evil god? And Tulip explains that you got to use the Lightbringer. Basically, God created the heavens and the earth and all that stuff. And Lucifer, before he became evil, he was created to be the greatest warrior of God himself. And so, God creates light, he has to create dark. He creates good, he has to create evil. It's a dichotomy, basically. You can't have one without the other. And so, to help Lucifer fight off the forces of evil, he created the Lightbringer. And the Lightbringer is made from, like, the matter of creation itself. So this is basically, like, the most powerful weapon ever, or at least the most powerful sword ever. And so Blade's like, all right, so I just need to borrow the sword from the devil. Okay, got it. And that's when Tulip drops a bombshell where she's like, he's not the one that has it. Lucifer no longer has the Lightbringer. Instead, it's this guy named Hamilton Achilles, who I guess is supposed to be like this super rich dude. She even explains, think Tony Stark, but instead of technology, replace technology with brutality. And he has this hobby where he likes to collect supernatural weapons. So I'm pretty sure you can guess where this is going. It also turns out that this dude doesn't have a base or a home or anything like that. He is so paranoid that he has to constantly be on the move. And so he lives in a moving fortress. Basically, he lives on a train. And I guess this train is supposed to be like really guarded or something. Because you would think a train, especially if you look at this panel, if you wanted to, stop this dude, just blow up the bridge or destroy the tracks that the train is on. And that's it. Like, dude's done. But, I don't know, maybe he has some kind of like magic or whatever to keep the train safe or something. It also just kind of begs the question about why no one has decided to go after the Lightbringer at this point in time. Like, you would think that there would be some kind of mystical group out there, like Doctor Strange or something, or even maybe like the demons or whatever, would be thinking, hey, there's this human dude with Lucifer's sword, a sword made out of the matter of creation, God's power. You would think maybe one of us should get our hands on it, either to use it for good or evil. Like, maybe Doctor Strange wants to get it to lock it away or something, or maybe like a demon, Lucifer himself, Mephisto, whoever would want to get it so that they can rule hell, or I don't know, whatever demons want to do. It seems kind of funny that Lucifer's sword is out there and some human has it in his weapons collection, and no one ever tried to do anything about it. So that's kind of weird. But yeah, that's basically what this issue is. It's just a lot of talking. Basically, it's the setup for the next issue, which is, I'm assuming, Blade and Rotha trying to break into this moving train so they can steal the sword of Lucifer and use it to kill an evil demon. And that was a strange sentence coming out of my mouth, but that's Blade. I will say that I don't really care for this Tulip character. Apparently she has history with Blade. I've never read too much of Blade, so I don't know if this is just a character created for this series or if she's an actual character in previous runs. I'm unfamiliar with her. But she is like very standoffish. She doesn't want to get involved. She only reluctantly helps Blade because he saved her life. And even then, like, she doesn't want to help him track down where the fortress is. Like, she's not going to use her powers to do that. She's not going to use her powers to like help them get in or anything like that. And Blade literally tells her, like, hey, Adana wants to destroy the world. She's going to destroy everything, including you, if you don't help us. So if we don't stop her, everyone's dead. And Tulip is just like, well, that's fine. Like, I'll be sipping a martini and wearing Gucci when it happens. So I guess she's just kind of stupid. I don't know. Rotha isn't so bad so far, especially for a female sidekick for a legacy character. I mean, it's modern Marvel. Just look at all the other freaking sidekick stuff where they basically take over the main spotlight. Rotha's not doing that here. Blade is still the hero. Blade's still the focal point of the story. Rotha's not one-upping him. She's not super sassy or anything. In fact, because she grew up in the mountains, she's kind of a little bit naive, but not in a annoying way. And she's just kind of very like innocent in a sense, and just the way she speaks and stuff. She's kind of just very matter of fact. So yeah, at this point in time, she's not a terrible character, which is good. Because as soon as I realized that Blade was going to have a female sidekick in the series, I was like, oh God, no, please. I saw what happened. I saw what Kate Bishop did to Hawkeye. I've seen what X-23 has done to Wolverine in terms of modern comics, because X-23 used to be pretty badass, and now she's just annoying. I see what they do. I see how they like just completely bastardize the characters that everyone grew up with and everybody knows and loves for these new female characters that nobody gives a crap about. So I was a bit worried that we were going to get that here, but thankfully we don't. Rotha is she's fine at this point in time. She's an okay character. She's not annoying. She's not sassy. She's not showing up Blade. Blade's still the main lead. Blade's still the one in charge. Blade's still doing badass Blade things. He doesn't really do anything badass in this issue other than killing Lord Dido. But in the last issue, he like jumps out of a skyscraper onto a helicopter, shoots everybody in the helicopter, and then dives back into the skyscraper apartment room. So I was like, all right, that's cool. That's kind of what I want to see in my superheroes. I want to see them being cool badasses. So we don't get that here because, like I said, here is just a bunch of talking other than the very beginning. But fine, it's okay. Like, you got to set up for the next issue. You got to set up for where the story is going. So this series has been pretty decent so far. First issue was good. Second issue was good. I'll say first issue was, I'd give first issue like a 7 out of 10. Second issue, yeah, probably a 7 out of 10. This issue I'll give like a 6 out of 10. Just because it's just a lot of talking. But it's still above average. It's still good. So there you go. There's Blade issue number 3 from Marvel. a pretty decent run so far. I've been enjoying it. Hopefully it continues to be good. Guess we'll see. But there you go. Hope that you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. So what'd you guys think of that video? Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe, hit that bell for a notification, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't enjoy the video, thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next video is more to your liking. Feel free to check out the playlist that you guys see, and I hope to see you guys next time. Later.